So thank you for coming on this morning.
Good morning.
Well, very unfortunate incident there, but your men have been there. What did you find when you got there?
Well, when the incident occurred, we activated our emergency response plans. Our response plans was about 10 minutes, and we discovered that there are a lot of people trapped inside the 6-story building that collapsed. The 6-story building that belongs to the Synagogue Church of Nation. And we move in with our sophisticated, heavy-duty equipment.
Just at what point did you get the call?
Well, we are informed around 1 o'clock.
1
I think 1:05 p.m. And we move in there.
That was on Friday afternoon?
That was on Friday afternoon. The church member put up a sort of resistance to allow us to go in.
What kind of resistance?
That they don't need our efforts. That they are equipped, that they know how to do it. We had a meeting with them and we told them our mission and vision and what the state governments represent. And with that, we seek their cooperation, and they started cooperating with us. And we are able to rescue 140 people alive. As of this morning, we recovered 45 bodies.
You discovered over 120 people, did you say, alive?
140.
140 people, as at what time?
This morning.
You still found people who were alive as at this morning?
Yes.
So you're still hopeful that some people could be alive?
Yes, we are still hopeful.
How many floors was that particular building? 6 floors?
Yes, 6 floors.
What was happening there as at the time of the collapse?
I think they are using the place for a guest house. Some people are there, definitely. A lot of people are living there.
So you're saying that while people were still living in that building, construction work was happening on top of the building?
I think that was what happened.
Why do you think they were resistant? Because I'm trying to fathom what was going through the minds of those who tried to bar you from rescuing some of these people, knowing full well that you are there to save lives. If that delay hadn't happened, perhaps we would have been able to save more lives than we had now.
Yeah, you see, in my own view, I think they were not well informed. You know, I think that is the reason. And when we informed them about our mission, they cooperate with us. But the cooperation was not that much until the governor now directed that, look, he doesn't want any people in that site. That we have emergency management agency that is well equipped, that could respond to this type of situation.
So you're saying that from Friday till Sunday, you had about, 3 days, nearly 3 days of resistance.
Yes, but we keep on managing the crisis. I was on the ground. I keep on managing them. You get what I'm saying? Despite that, I have the problem of their resistance. I've enlightened them. They still allow us to walk, but not to our full capacity.
What kind of building was it? I agree it's a church building, but was it occupied by people or an unoccupied building? People were working at the time of collapse?
People were working at the time of collapse, and some people are living there. They are using it for, I think, from the information I gathered there, they are using it for a guest house.
Is there a list from the church concerning
There's no list.
Those who may be there?
Yes, we asked for that list. That's because during the meeting, I asked for the people that are there to know us, to let us have the roll call of those people that are working and those people that are there, but there was none.
But is it that there was no list, or they did not want to release the list?
I think there was no list on their own parts.
Because that would have helped.
I will. Yes, it could have. It could have helped our job greatly, because we don't really know the numbers of the people that are in there, the numbers of those people that are guest house in there, the number of those people that are working in there. So these are the 2 lists that we requested, but they were not given to us because they were saying that they don't have none.
But in terms of the rescue operation itself, what would you say was most challenging about it?
Well, the most challenging really is that we have it's the 6-story building, and we have to move from one layer to another, and there are a lot of people in there. You can discover that we recovered 45 bodies as at.
I understand they were building on the building,
Yes,
on existed building.
That's it.
So how many floors did you try to find out how many floors were occupied already by people?
4 floors were occupied by people. So they are just building 2 more on that first
On the
floor.
yes, on those other
Yes.
4. And
So as a disaster manager, if you are looking at our challenges, is that we don't have the list of those people that are in there. We don't have the roll call of the workers that are working in there.
I'm trying to look into some other issues now, because that was then. But as at the time it happened, you couldn't have had a roll or a roll call or a
Yes.
list. But almost 72 hours after that particular collapse, by now they should have been able to provide you with some form of list.
None at all. There's none. We've requested. There's none.
And we also understand that some other people, because of the nature of the church, we know that a lot of people come in from outside the country to that particular church. Has there been any case of any of the victims being non-Nigerians?
Yeah, some of the victims are non-Nigerians, but we have not classified them. That look, these are South African, these are Zimbabwe, these are British. There are a lot of foreigners in there.
That makes it a little difficult because now people don't know where, who has survived, whether their loved ones are among the living or among the dead. You have a roll call. Are the people in the hospital, conscious enough to be able to say where they're from and who they are?
Yes, we are doing that right now. The Ministry of Health is handled that aspect.
What about the bodies?
The bodies are deposited in the mortuary.
So eventually, when people need to,
Definitely,
people are looking for their loved ones.
Yes, we are still going to do post-mortem. We are still going to go through that process. After we finish the rescue and recovery phase, then we come up with the investigation phases where we are going to do a comprehensive test on these people. We are going to take history about what happened, what leads to all this.
I don't know, since you're an agent of government, perhaps maybe I should also ask you this. It's always been the traditional culture of government in the state that most collapsed buildings are taken over by the government. Do you think the state government will be taking over this particular building?
I won't want to preempt the committee. I will want the committee to look at it holistically and come up with something.